Hi everyone, this is Gaurav. I'm making this video to help international reg affairs and farm student. I received a lot of messages regarding how one can do an internship internationally. So before I mention about the program and how you can do one, I like to mention that getting to different countries such as United States and European Union, Australia and other countries specifically for internship, it's little difficult because visa issues are always there. So there are a couple of options we can explore where you can do work from home internship and get the same experience with lesser expenses of traveling outside countries and getting to learn about their regulation. So that's why I'm making this video, and in this video I'll go over how this program look like and how one can explore such options and what are the benefits associated with it. So if we go over how to do international internship specifically for Indian students who are pursuing masters in reg affairs, or who are pursuing masters in pharmaceutical technology, or who are doing MS degrees, or who are doing senior science related degrees and want to spend their career in reg affairs, specifically in pharmaceutical and biotechnology, because medical device, I don't know if that's a huge market out there in India in terms of development and reg affairs requirement, but pharma and biotech is definitely growing faster. So first of all, in this program you need to ask your university and college to see if you are eligible to pursue a work from home internship internationally. Second, you need to understand your program requirement. Like each program for pursuing an internship and co-op has some objective, means you need to spend limited number or a required number of hours on a certain project for a specific assignment. Then there are objective of writing something, understanding the whole concept, covering specific topics by your mentor, and then getting a letter from the concerned person, company who gave you the opportunity to learn during that internship. The next challenge is find an internship work from home from overseas, for example European Union, United States, Canada, Australia, because if you try to do internship in these, you'll get to know about EMA, US FDA, TGA and other regulatory authorities. Plus, once you find a mentor, you need to complete the onboarding requirements. There are some agreement that you need to be signed, confidentiality agreement that you'll be working closely on certain projects where mentor may share you the confidential information on products under development. You are not supposed to share those with anybody. So these kind of onboarding requirement you fulfill, you sign off on consent forms, and then you begin your program. In those programs you get a chance to work with your mentor on weekly interaction through WebEx meeting, and then there are some pre-internship assignment, post-internship assignment, weekly assignments where you assist your mentor with different type of writing sections, understanding market research, or you allow yourself to explore or do a gap assessment on existing guidance, existing process and upcoming challenges. And once you reach toward the end of your internship, you do an interview with your mentor, you write a final assessment or assignment, and then you get your required certification. Further, next is what is the benefit of doing international internship. So let me mention you that United States, Canada, EMA and other countries has more scope of rare disease development. Research and development are higher in these countries as compared to India. Lot of new molecules are coming up as the rare disease presence are more toward in these countries. Plus lot of clinical trials are happening. Innovations wise, research and development wise, these countries are ahead. So you can get an experience of product which are upcoming. You can get experience from what attitude regulatory affairs or leaders are having in order to bring those products to the market. If existing regulations are not there, then how they are dealing with such questions. If nobody thought about such innovation and bringing that product to the market, how they are approaching from the filing side, and how agencies are looking, who is interacting with them. So that's a plus point. Plus, having an international internship, you will get experience from US and EU. Second, you will learn more about BLA, INDs and other international filings, which are not rarely done in Indian market. Regulatory filings for different clinical trials in different countries, they have a different requirements. So there is a different department called Regulatory Affairs will deal with clinical side of the filing, so you can learn from that. Human experimentation, that you can learn from that, what are the basic minimum requirements from the clinical trial standpoint. And you learn about rare disease, their designation, fast track designation, and how FDA is giving companies opportunity to bring innovative products for rare diseases or patients who really need a medication. So by putting these together, you can make a difference in your resume before you graduate, and you can bring those internship experience reflecting in your resume, and you can stand out among the crowd and get a job opportunity more quickly. Now, here are some steps like how to find an internship, work from home. So as I mentioned, you need to check with your college first. That's very important, because otherwise, if your university do not accept work from home internship, this whole exercise may not work for you. Even if you get a certificate from the company, the consultant, or a biotech client from overseas such as Canada, Australia, EU, EMA or USA, you won't be eligible to get credit. So first, make sure your university allow and you can use that as your internship. First of all, there are lots and lots of regulatory affairs consulting companies in these countries who assist small, mid-size and large biotech companies in different pathways or sections of reg affairs. For example, regulatory affairs department is not so huge in a lot of companies, 4 or 5 people, but they are utilizing consulting companies. Consulting companies has project ranging from regulatory writing, ECTD submissions. Then they have some strategic leaders as well who guide on a different front. So they are available to share some of their work by utilizing consultants or intern. This may not be highly technical work, but you can get a understanding of how meetings are happening, what different stages of product is in. They may allow you to start writing some sections for them. You can do some market research for them. Means they can sub-allocate some of their tasks coming from their client to you as a part of your internship, and this will allow you to learn from what's happening in international countries and how small, mid-size and large biotech companies are doing with reference to their respective filing and bringing product to the market. Second, you need to look for the consulting companies who are offering this opportunity to intern working from home. You can apply them online, or you reach out to them through your network such as LinkedIn. You can reach out to them through different platforms, make connection, expand your connection, find people who can give some of their work and allow you to learn and issue you a certificate. That's most important, because we need to submit and get credit from our universities. You need to email your resume, your detail means your statement of purpose, like why I want to pursue this internship in co-op and what will be utility of this once you're done with your internship. After that, consulting companies or consultant who will offer you internship will take your interview and give you a decision on selection. Now next is, what are the opportunities after doing this internship? I know a lot of students, like let's say you spend valuable time, your money, and you did aggressive work in these small to longer term internship overseas, 3 to 6 months. What is the benefit of doing that? You will have a standout resume where you can reflect that you have a USA and EU experience while in India, so that will attract a lot of companies to offer you an opportunity to at least interview. So your resume will get shortlisted quickly than the other candidates who are getting graduate with no experience or experience from other internship. So you can have best examples to share during your interview, that while doing your internship you've been exposed to these many companies, these were the tasks they were doing, you are familiar with upcoming trend, you are aware, you worked under a mentor who can give some references as well, and so that's how you can reflect during your interview. You'll have more case studies on regulatory strategies and regulatory CMC section writing to share during your interviews. You will be able to gain more experience in biologics, vaccines and biosimilar market, which is not as famous right now, but can be a huge market in upcoming days, as many biologics will lose their patent and other companies will compete to bring those biosimilar into the market, and they will see the emerging market like India and China to bring their manufacturing for a lower cost, and that way they'll reduce the overall price of the drug, and hence you can get those opportunities by reflecting that, yeah, I did an internship where I've been exposed to these type of products, and I know and understand the different sections, what goes in and out of these filings, and that way you can contribute effectively and learn faster. You'll have add a practical experience before getting graduate from your master degree, so that's additional plus. So in a nutshell, I can say you can gain an experience. There are some risks and there are a lot of benefits as well. So there is a pathway where mentors can take 2 sessions or 1 session weekly, where they will mentor you on various projects going on. It will be like a meeting where you are talking to your mentor that what is needed to be done for this week. Then tasks will be assigned. There are some mentors who have some education material that they'll share. They have some other assignments, like you can contribute in writing sections, you can learn about how technical writing is done. They can mentor you on what type of regulatory field you want to pursue. So it's kind of a learning plus contribution internship. Plus some mentors takes your interview during the internship as well. After the internship as well, you have to submit some written assignments to your mentors as well, where they can evaluate that how well you have learned these regulatory principles, and then they'll issue you a certificate that for last 3 months you've been exposed to X, Y and Z topics under regulatory affairs, and with that you can stand out among the crowd and make a difference in your professional and personal career. But check with universities. Not many universities allow. They have their set criteria and objective. Plus many international students want to travel. Travel is always a challenge, getting visa, then additional expenses. Some consultants are expensive to get mentorship, some consultants are cheap, so we need to find that as well before we get into this. So in a nutshell, this approach is good, helping a lot of candidates getting experience, but it has its own risk and benefits. So please evaluate, and if you are interested, happy to guide further. Thank you. Have a nice day.